I don't know what just happened. My guitar just went out. Hold on, wait. Okay, then now it works. Sweetest soul that I've ever seen, I get lost in your evergreens on my mind. Angel eyes make me laugh, they make me cry. Artifacts we call memories dance to this swirling reverie on my kaleidoscope. Eyes blue, rainbows from the stones in my those eyes. Hardest words that have ever been, I couldn't speak. I couldn't say anything on my mind. Crystal as you slipped away with no goodbye. Those eyes. But you were never mine. Red, red moon, won't you tell me, should I let go? The star-crossed fantasy 1,000 times. You watched me die for 7 days when I sleep and smile. Those eyes. But you were never mine. You were never mine. hope you guys can hear me. I'm not using a mic because I thought I'd be super raw. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, cool. This next one, and that was Sweetest Soul, and it's gonna go on my next record, La Bohemia. Also, shout out to Off the Record Studio. That was Andrew Hill and Patrick Taylor. They made my first record, and shout out to Darius. I'm so happy that you're over there. But yeah, this is going on my second record, called La Bohemia. And also, I want to dedicate the next two songs. I'm mind blanking. I'm sorry. This next song is going to be Phoenix Red, and then Therapy, and I'd like to dedicate them to the Black Lives Matter movement. Nothing's making sense as long as I'm close and I'm still breathing. It took a piece of me, never to return, but I'm still burning. No, I won't be let down. No, let down. Rise, rise now. Untying all my threads, let the wind blow the ash and take me. Like a phoenix red, she will shed her pain, and when she's gone, she will rise again and again and again. Phoenix Alrighty. I'm gonna change guitars to this next one. If you can't tell, in my little homemade Indian style sitting setup. Alright.
This one's called Therapy. I just wrote it, so I might mess up. So thank you so much, Kyle, for having me. This is really beautiful. I really miss your Cat's Cafe shows, so this is like kind of like that. I need therapy. There's a hole inside of me. Pills can't fix what I need. I wake up feeling incomplete. 'Cause I need therapy. Repeat, repeat. The days go on and on. Repeat. Therapy. Repeat, repeat. I am broken on and on. Repeat. Millennial apathy. I've detached from everything, scrolling obviously. Some days feels like there's nothing left of me. Oh yeah, therapy, repeat, repeat. The days go on and on, repeat. Therapy, repeat, repeat. I am broken on and on, repeat. Oh, oh. American Pie dream. Too many leaves of unmet needs. Living someone else's dreams. I forget what feeling is. Oh yeah, therapy, repeat, repeat. I go on, repeat, repeat. Therapy, repeat, repeat. I am broken on and 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 on. Is there hope for me? I forget what feeling is. Oh yeah, therapy. Oh, is there hope for me? I am broken on and on, repeat, yeah.
Oh, Indee. Thank you so much. I was just getting so lost in this music. I feel like I have to just, thank you so much for
Oh my God,
for that.
thank you.
You kind of just took us a little bit through a loop. I wasn't expecting to really kind of just vibe so hard as I just did. It was very meditative, and I deeply appreciate that.
I
That
love
last
hearing that.
song. The second you hit that last song, I was like, like it has a great it makes you want to harmonize. You know what I mean? It's got that. You know what I mean? Okay, so
Probably because I'm playing like a lot of suspensions.
yeah,
so probably.
yeah, it has that
And they
great.
like you want to resolve them. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely do. That's where my mind always automatically. I come from a family of singers, and all we would do was kind of like jump on you. You don't want to step on each other's notes, so you just. Speaking of, I am curious about you. What is your background in singing? you have. I know that your family. You come from a family of a pretty talented family, right? Can you tell us about
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, I am really, really lucky. It was kind of decided from the womb that I would do music just because I was kind of born into it.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely grateful for that. And I don't know what else I would do. I have other interests, but nothing compares, you know. My mom is my biggest inspiration. She is one of those pianists that you just like. I'm not just saying that because she's my mom, even though I love her and she's my favorite pianist. No offense to anyone else, but um, she's one of those pianists like you just drop your jaw and you're like, wow. So
Yeah.
she she's my biggest inspiration for sure. And she always she doesn't really have a singing voice. Like she just never really developed it, but she kind of grew up singing. Like I mean, when I grew up, she was just kind of singing all the time. So I think that's where that came from because we have no singers in our family, but
Okay.
on my mom's side, there's like a lineage of musicians.
Oh, I love
So
that.
yeah,
So
but no singers. She just kind of like sang, and I think it just made me feel comfortable.
yeah.
Like, oh, I guess I'll sing too, because you know you're a kid, you don't think about
Really?
it.
So you just kind of you found that inspiration in yourself. You found when did you realize that you had that ability? The ability that
Um,
you have.
well, I just did it all the time.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
annoyed everyone by
Yeah.
singing and dancing. I don't think my dancing was any good, so everyone was like, "Your singing's great." So
Okay. So you did try dancing though. You were trying dancing for a while. Did you ever?
I didn't take any
Oh,
classes.
that's good.
I actually wish I did. I would love that is something I really wish I did.
Yeah.
I think most musicians can dance that have rhythm. It's just a matter of like it's just
It
developing,
just
you
yeah,
know.
it's just finding it in yourself. I've always wanted to do that too. That's kind of something I never. Yeah, same here. Never really ended up pursuing that.
Yeah.
By the way, I did want to say, we have Andrew Hill who was watching along, and he was
Andrew, I
saying this.
love
He
you.
said earlier, this is so good, and I do want to shout out to him because it's
Shout
pretty
out to
awesome how
Andrew.
many artists I've heard his name pop up so many times. We work with so many of the same artists, and this is just such a great collective of people, and I'm so thankful to have him watching us as well as Katie Martin. She's watching us as well. But
Oh yeah, Katie.
I
Yeah,
I
it's
wanted
we
to
have
get that
such a
out now while I
huge.
before I forgot. And but anyway, so you were telling us earlier about La Bohemia. What you said you were talking to me, and we were talking about kind of just your music and the direction of your music that you have done before. You mentioned that you might be taking this kind of on personally as a little bit more of a you're going to take control of the production slightly. Is that right?
Yeah, this is my first time. Basically, I'm taking an audio course right now, which is helping me, and also
Oh wow.
I have not I am not wired to do this. Some people have the intellect to do this.
Yeah.
I or to learn this material. I'm struggling, but I'm learning it. Yeah, I got all the stuff you need to make this album, and one by one I had things break, but I replaced them. Of course, during the
Yeah.
pandemic
Yeah.
with the economy. Um, but yeah, I decided this one I kind of wanted to make it personal, but it is with my band. And I have an engineer helping me just kind of,
That's
you know,
awesome.
with anything and everything that we need. And but yeah, creatively I'm kind of spearheading it. But
I
um
love that. Well, that's so important, especially with your work. It'll be very much unique. It'll be very much unique to you and your style.
yeah.
I think that's a bold step, and I think it's a great step for you to take.
Thank you, Kyle. I hope so.
Yeah,
I'm excited and also terrified of it. So at the same
and I
time.
can understand. Again, it's a lot of software to learn. It's a lot of things to
Oh yeah.
kind of yeah yeah. So we were talking earlier about gardening. Can you?
Yes.
Yeah, and I kind of really because the way you perked up, we weren't even gonna like. I wasn't even gonna mention this really, but you perked up because there was a plant in your shot, and then
She's right here.
oh,
Her
and then,
name's Evelyn.
can you
This is
tell us?
Evelyn.
Can you tell us about the gardening that you were talking about and the music as well that goes along with it? Let me just tell us about this.
Yes, unfortunately, I did not play the song tonight, but I have a song called Garden, and um, it was since like one of my last years in college. After doing this opera by Voltaire, with this really epic song called "Grow Your Garden" or "Let Your Garden Grow," or let our garden grow. I'm really bad with names and memory.
I
My
understand.
memory is shot.
Yeah,
But
Voltaire
it's
too.
something like that. Yeah, Voltaire. Something
Right.
Voltaire.
So yeah.
Um um I don't know. There was something so epic about that message in the song, and singing it with like a massive opera choir, and just I don't know. There was something about it, and always as a kid, I enjoyed like being in, outside and planting flowers, and I
Yeah.
just never thought I had a green thumb, and I didn't have the confidence or like motive. I didn't. It wasn't like the right time, and then
Yeah.
all of this quarantine, all this stuff happened, and it's very uncertain what's happening in terms of our economy and
Mhm.
food. And
Mhm.
so I was like, you know what? A lot of people are doing this anyway. I kind of just had this dream since college, but it was in the back burner. And so I decided to take the plunge, and I kind of started a
So
garden.
you became a quarantine gardener. Is that right?
I'm, but I'm like a first year gardener.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
some things didn't make it.
Okay.
Some things died,
Mhm.
but a lot of things are doing great. It's just I'm
Good.
learning. I'm taking
Yeah.
this time. Like, I'm very lucky I was able to do it. I started late. Like, I started planning everything in like May, so it's
Well,
hard.
you'll have to kind of arrange the ability to play the song in your garden one day. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I have a very special idea for my song garden. Actually, I'll just tell you guys since you're watching. When that song gets recorded, I was thinking for the music video, um, we could have clips of anyone and everyone who wants to be in their garden or their community garden. Just do like little phone clips. I just want to
Oh,
make
I
like a
love it.
compilation.
Yes.
Yeah, to
Yes.
encourage everyone to kind of start their own garden or learn how to grow their own food, because
Yeah,
I don't know, it's such a positive thing in such a dark
I
time,
agree.
and it's something that's giving me so much joy, and I'm just obsessed with it, and I'm obsessed with my plants. Like,
Yeah, I
I,
understand, and trust me, when you're gardening, I only have a couple plants, but yeah, I understand. When you're gardening, they can be an obsession because you kind of have to take care. It's something you have to take
yeah.
care of. So yeah, I
Have
understand.
you done it? How, like, do you have experience?
Gardened? No, I don't. That requires, I'm musical. That's all I do. That's just I don't go outside. And I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I don't really have a green thumb. Things I own when it comes to
Don't
going and
say
buying
that.
plants. Okay, maybe you can teach me. Maybe you can teach us all.
I just learned off of YouTube and reading a
Oh,
lot
I
of
love it.
things. That's really all it is. Like,
Well, I want to say thank you so much, Indee. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for coming in and doing this. It's such an honor to have you, and to have gotten to get lost in your music for a little while was a real treat. So thank you so much, Indee. Do you have anything else you want to say to
Kyle.
anybody?
Oh yeah. Stay strong out there. It's just a dumpster fire. I say that a lot, but it really is. It's just gross out there. And just be strong within yourself. Be the phoenix. That's kind of why I wrote that song. Um,
I love it.
to find our phoenix within. Even though I wrote that song before, like, everything went really south
Yeah,
out there. Within, if we can get ourselves right within, that's all that matters.
yeah.
The other thing I was gonna say was I am making this album La Bohemia. It is out indefinitely, but we're hoping for, fingers crossed, um, no later than kind of September next year. Um,
Okay.
but
It's
we'll
something to look
see.
forward to. I love it.
Something, yeah. I'm trying to give myself a deadline.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
Well, thank you again. Thank you for coming on, Indee. I love you so much, and we want
I
to
love
have
you
you back
too.
on anytime you can. We want to have you come back and join us, and maybe we'll work on some other things in the future as well. Okay. Thank you so
I
much,
would love
Indee.
that. Kyle, I love you. Thank you
I
for
love
having me too.
you.
Everyone sounded lovely. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, dear. Have a good night.
You too.